Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. It's gotten bigger. We've expanded a little bit, so la 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 la. It's not that it's like more shelves, it's just more spread out. So it looks better, I think. And I'm pretty happy about it. So today we are going to be doing our first, we're going to start with our Advent, of course. And it is, what day is it? Oh my goodness, I don't even know. Is it the 15th? Seriously? That's crazy. I can't. Oh, the night before Christmas. It's just a Santa Claus. Super cute. So today, book haul, December part 2. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. We're a couple stragglers from my birthday gifts. And some books from publishers. And some decisions that I made that were really lovely and I'm very excited about. Okay, let's start with the first one. This one I found in my local Bull Moose, which I've talked about several times. And this one was actually only $2.50. And this is The Night Bookmobile by Audrina Bigger. And it's a graphic novel. I've read it before and I always wanted to own it. But it's mad expensive. So I was glad to be able to pick that up. And I had points, so I ended up getting it 50% off, which meant it was like $1.25. Can't complain. And then, I'm gonna get to that, but like there's a whole bunch happening here. I picked up this little, look how pretty. And the back has a swan. This is the Best Fairy Tales of Hans Christian Andersen. I have Grimm, but I didn't have Andersen, so there's that. Let's see what you look like naked. What do you look like naked? Ooh, pretty. Pretty, pretty naked. And then the end papers and a little string. I really was not sure. I really loved these. Amanda Center is the one who introduced me to this selection of classics, and I hadn't seen them before, and I really couldn't find one that I loved, but then found this one. So I picked it up. And then we have Memento Mori, my next Muriel Spark, which I'm very excited about. Look at that cover. How fun. Nice and abstract. Very excited. And then I received this from one of my subscribers. Thank you so much. She sent me this along with 3 audiobooks, which are now in my car, and they're all about ferrets. This is Curious Lives, Adventures, and Ferret Chronicles. And then we have A Far Cry from Kensington by Muriel Spark. And it's introduced by Allie Smith. So I've tried Allie Smith before and it hasn't grabbed me. So I'm interested to see how she will do for me with a introduction of a book. And I'm very excited because this is a Virago Modern Classic Edition, of course. Of course. And then I picked up Two Serious Ladies, and it's a novel by Jane Bowler, and it's a, I honestly, cover, so that was a first buy. I had it in my Amazon cart, and I was picking up something else, and I clicked order, and I forgot this was in there, and it just kind of happened. So, total surprise when it arrived, and I can't even remember why it was in my thing. Profound, funny, 2 respectable women as they descend into debauchery. Okay, I can get with that. We'll see how that goes. And then this is what I was on Amazon for. I found these for cheaper on Amazon than I found them on Book Depository, and I don't usually like to order from Amazon, but it happens sometimes. And I picked up these 2 books because of Books in Pieces. link it below. This one I finished last night within one sitting, and this is Planet Fall. And now I will start up with After Atlas, and this is by Emma Newman. Both of them are. They're a sci-fi duology taking place in the first one takes place on a colony, in a colony that is run in a cult-like manner of people who have left Earth. And this is a story that follows a child of one of the cult followers who abandoned Earth. And this child is still on Earth. So, good times. I loved it. 5 out of 5 for me on the first one. So I'm hoping the second one will be good too. Other Minds, The Octopus, the Sea, and the Deep Origins of Consciousness. This is by Peter Godfrey Smith. And first of all, just cover. Oh, my love of octopuses is getting a little out of control. I wish there was an octopus on the cover that was naked, but there is not. So this is a nonfiction talking about octopuses, their relationship with consciousness, things that the human brain has for consciousness, and so on and so forth. I'm very excited to get into this, and I'm thinking I've already begun, and I put it on hold, The Soul of the Octopus, but I'm thinking there'll be a good book to read together. And then Mercedes, I Blame You. This is The Unseen World, and this is by Liz Moore. Mercedes has done nothing but rave about it, and I trust her judgment more than anything. And she, if it wasn't her, it was somewhere else that I found out that this has to do with Alzheimer's. And I have a very, very strong connection to Alzheimer's and the feeling of loss and depression that comes with it. And I'm very excited to read it from the perspective of a child watching their parent go through that. And then I picked up 2 books that I will again be talking about in like a few videos about in 2017, my plans for classics. So I have Jonathan Strange, Mr. Norrell by Susan Clark, and this one I will be buddy reading with Adam from Memento Mori. And then I have Charles Dickens' Dombey and Son, and I picked this up instead of Bleak House because I couldn't find a Bleak House edition that I liked. And I really liked this Dombey and Son edition. So, and Amanda Center speaks of it very highly, so why not? Again, Amanda Center speaks of this one highly, and so does Mercedes. This is Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. I found this for $1.10. I'm very excited. This is Alice's Adventures Underground. It's by Lewis Carroll. It's the original Alice in Wonderland. I couldn't be more upset. This came used, and somebody put their sticker right in the center. Who does that? Who puts a sticker in the center of a cover? Like, I don't even... But it's the original illustrations from Lewis Carroll when he wrote it and illustrated it for Alice. So a basic must-have for an Alice lover. And then I picked up this. This was, again, $1.50. This is David Backoff, Love, Dishonor, Marry, Cherish, Perish. And it's a novel, and I believe it's almost like short story, poetry, novel sort of thing. I've seen it on the Restricted Sections channel, and I was very curious about it. It's just, it was so cheap, and it's usually like $26. So for, you know, $2, I couldn't pass it up because I wanted to read it and I couldn't find it in any other place. And then I picked up this. This is a new release. This is Bellevue, and it's by David Oshitsky, and this is 3 Centuries of the Medicine and Mayhem in the Americans, and the most storied hospital. And I'm very, very excited about this. It looks like it's just about the history of Bellevue, and this is Bellevue Hospital in New York City in the East Side occupies a singular place in the public immigration and war-mangled crime, victims, lunatics, and derelicts, along with a century of patients, lead Belly, Norman Mailer, John Lennon's killer, and Mark David Chapman. A captivating new history. David Oshitsky presents a sweeping and times of horrifying chronicles of Bellevue rise in the wretched almshouse infirmary, a place where the patients was more likely to leave in a coffin than be cured, to the revered public hospital and the the premier treatment center for the visiting world leaders. So this is going to be really interesting. I'm excited. And I think it's Norman Miller who Norman Bates is based on. Maybe I'm wrong. And then I picked up this based on Sophie's recommendation. This is Patient HM, and it's The Memory, Madness, and Family Secrets. I know very little about it. I know I was excited to read it when I first saw about it, and then she talked about it on her channel. In the late 1930s, in an asylum hospital across America, a group of renowned neurosurgeons embarked on the campaign to develop or refine a new class of brain optimization, the lobotomy. Yeah. Needed that. And then these 3 I was sent for review. These 2 I was sent by, for them, okay, so on the spine it says Black Balloon Publishing, which is the smaller publishing house within the publishing house that I worked with, and I will link the publishing company's website down below that I work with. And the first one that they sent me was this, Louise Amended, a memoir of Louise Krug. This is about a woman with a brain injury and her life. They sent me that one because they thought it was right up my alley. And then this one I requested. This is Fat Man and Little Boy. And I'm in love with this. I can't stop reading it. It's fantastic. It's beautifully written. It's exquisite. And it talks about magical realism in terms of if a bomb was a human. It's incredible. And then last but not least, I was sent this by ECW. This is On the Shores of the Darkness, There is Light, and it's by Cordella Strube. And they said that this was a similar writing style to The Clay Girl, so they recommended I pick this up, or they recommended I read this, and they sent it to me. And it's Harriet is 13 going on 30. Her mixed media art is a source of wonder for her younger brother Erwin. She plans to run away to Algonquin Park, hole up in a cabin like Tom Thomason, and paint trees. And so to fund her escape, she runs errands for seniors. Looks interesting, and I'm very excited to read it, and it's something new, and hooray! So that is my part 2 December book haul. There will probably be another one. Uh-oh. We're fine. I'm a little off today. I apologize. I'm not as bubbly. My pill is messing with me today, but that's fine. I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you soon.